Testing 1, 2. We are good. We're getting some green and red lines here. Lovely old job. Welcome to the backstage. Hope you're doing well, whoever it is who is watching out there in the big wide world now and in the future. We are on the airwaves. And if you are with us live, please make sure you like the video. That would be fantastic. I can see one of you's done it already. Fantastic, lovely old job. Hello, welcome back to GoAgainGaming. My name is Az, and we're here again to play some Azalea Online on Talishar. Yeah, should be some good fun. I've made a few changes. I realised that before my deck list was only running 78 cards, so I could actually run an extra 2 cards, which makes a bit of a difference. So we'll see how it goes today, but regardless, should be quite fun. Yeah, very much looking forward to it. So should be good. Let's go to live stream now. Okay, lovely old job. Everything is looking good. And of course, what I'll do as well with this stream is I will also do the whole timestamp thing. So if you're watching this video back on demand, you can actually go to the description box below and see the matchups in demand. So you can click on the timestamp and it takes you to the matchup that we played today on here. So should be good. Should be good fun. As I said, I've made a few changes to the deck. Another great thing as well is that I've seen my preview card, and oh my good god, it's a game changer. But make sure you look forward to that. That's going to be a fun time. I've already started writing scripts and teasers and all that sort of stuff for it, so it should be fun. But yeah, without further ado, let's just crack on. You can see that it's quite quiet at the moment with regards to chat, so that's not a problem at all. We'll just crack on. But yeah, as you can see now, we've got 80 cards in the deck out of 80. It was 78 before, so we'll see how this goes. Main board pretty much looks the same. Sideboard now, we've taken out the blue Bolton shots and put in endless arrows instead. Endless arrows used to be one of my favourite attacks. Because it just keeps coming back if they don't block it, so it incentivizes that little block. I think the blue Bolton shots just weren't really doing too much, but we'll see if it makes a difference, see if it comes up at all in the matchups. But we'll see. Also, with regards to thank you very much whoever just liked the video. If we run into BRIAR today, we will be using Dreadbore against them because there seems to be some form of tank BRIAR running around at the moment that is just absolutely rinsing and just taking away all value. So we'll see how it goes. John is saying you need pitch. I think I've got enough. I found that I do block a lot with the blue Bolton shots. So we'll see what happens. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go and see what goes. See what happens. You could be right. But, I mean, I haven't played Endless Arrow in a while, and I really want to try it out again. But we'll see. It did well in my Dreadball list when I was playing that. But let's just pick up a random game on here. There's none at the moment, by the looks of it. But yeah, I just wanted to try it out again, because I haven't played with it in a while, and there's a lot of this sort of fatigue going around at the moment, so I thought, why not just try and get an Endless Arrow in there? To see if it makes a difference, see if it forces anything different. But yeah, speaking of which, yeah, as I said, there's a lot of BRIARs running around at the moment. Tank BRIARs that are just literally just taking all of the damage well, not taking any damage really, just absolutely just soaking it all up with loads of D-reacts, sigils of suffering, bloody sink belows, fateful scenes, you name it, Oasis Respite, they've got it, you know, blocking everything, gaining life, and preventing you also from gaining life if you're ahead, because they got running the Reaping Blade. So interesting deck to come against. And we had an absolutely cracking game the other day against this Fatigue Briar list, which got me down to 0 cards in deck, and it's similar to what happened earlier on today as well. I wasn't really streaming that game, but it happened again to me earlier on. So if we encounter Briar with the way the sort of mindset is at the moment to what I've experienced on here, I think we are going to use Dreadbore, and we are going to run all of our arrow cards, no matter what they are, just to sort of have a larger deck size. But we'll see. We'll see what we encounter. It's a bit quiet tonight by the looks of it. No games immediately available off of the bat, for CC at least. So I'm just going to keep refreshing it and see if we get anywhere. How does Tank Briar push damage? Is it just Rosetta with Rune Chance? No, it's Reaping Blade. So Reaping Blade is just a 1 for 3. They do have a few attacks in there as well. They're actually running a few like pummelable targets. So things like CNC, things like Fyendal's Fighting Spirit, you know, even things like Raging Onslaught and Barraging Brawnhide being used as well that I've seen. So it's a really interesting and strange list. We might find one today, but you know, at the moment we're not getting anything, not getting any matchups at all. We could just post our game in here and just see if anyone joins our game instead. We'll just do that instead. But yeah, it's just weird, really strange. E-strikes are in the list as well for the Tank Briar list. But yeah, maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. But yeah, it's very interesting match, that's for sure. Not sure if you watched the last on-demand stream, John, but it was on there. So not Azalea Online 20. There's a matchup on there for the Tank Briar, and I was at the beginning of the game. I was like, oh, this match is only going to take 5 minutes. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Justin Etheridge, welcome to the chat. Praise be. What did I miss? Absolutely nothing so far. We haven't had any games appear as of yet on Talishar, which is interesting because normally it's quite teeming this time of night. So welcome to the chat, Justin, and welcome to the chat anybody else who's joining at this time. We haven't actually missed anything right now, so if you can, please make sure you like this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet for whatever reason, make sure you do that. We are getting a spoiler card, and I've seen what it is, and it's absolutely awesome for Ranger, that's for sure. So yeah, I might drop some hints in this chat for people that are joining today. So if you stick around for it, we'll be able to might be able to drop some hints for you. Playing a DROMAI, great, lovely old job. So this is going to be your standard Death Dealer shenanigans. We'll put headshots in there, sleep darts go in there, hamstrings can go in there, endless arrows can go in there. Of course, actually no. We'll put the CNCs and obviously the poppers in there, of course, as well. Get rid of the... No, keep those in. 64 cards. Let's run with that. Are you the real Az? I am indeed. Are you the real Az? That's funny. Get your poppers. Yeah, I realised that, John, already. Love the podcast with Kel and Bill. Oh, wow. Love the podcast of Kel and Bill. Lovely, thank you. Good luck, have fun. And we will go first, I think. Yeah, why not? But yeah, this is one of the hardest matchups out there. We got 6 poppers in the deck now as well, though. So get wrecked, DROMAI. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think that's going to be the case today, unfortunately. Not with this hand. Look at this hand. Wow, very defensive. So we're going to use Death Dealer straight away. Get rid of Fate. Put the drill shot in and draw. At least we can force damage over the top here if they don't fully block. Drawing another defensive card. Wow, drawing 3 D-reacts. So yeah, we're just going to fire this off for 4. and then probably just force the Rain Razors out, because we want to be able to Arsenal a card and then at least draw some form of playable hand. Because this is ridiculous. We can't really do much with this. But we'll see what happens with this. Drill Shot coming in for 4, with potential 2 extra damage over the top of this one. I think you, Kel, and Bill need to make Rain Razors. Let's just do 6 damage. So they're sinking below one of it. Can they prevent the other 2? Can they prevent the other 2? And they're activating their Flame Scale Furnace. And then we'll put a -1 counter on the Crown, I think, just to take away that block value. And then we'll put the sink in our arse. Because obviously this is not other Rain Razor doesn't block, so we can use the sink to then sink this to potentially draw something that does block. But we do have 8 block in hand here, but it just depends on what they want to be doing, because not sure if Bill has an anime mode drawing of him, but it would be cool to see that art style. Yeah, that's true. Here comes VISERAI. So coming in for 6 with Go Again. There's no other thing after that, is there? So no, we can just pass, I think. And then sink below that. Yeah. So we're not. I think we might sink the Fateful Scene. Yeah, we're going to sink the Fateful Scene. Drawing another sink below. Holy moly! Do we just get rid of that as well? Let's just get rid of that as well, I think. No, we use it to pitch instead. Arcane damage, 3 damage. Oh, no, I guess not then. Okay, fair enough. So, use Death Dealer, pitching the sink. Put the Remorses into our arsenal and draw a card. Take aim. Okay. Probably should have actually put the bolt and shot in there, but we can snap ease it if we want. That's probably a mistake. We should have probably put the bolt and shot in there. Yeah, probably should have put the bolt and shot in there. That's a bit of a shame, but never mind. We will just instead then just go tall with this. And then see what happens on the reactions as to whether they want to block it, because we can still Rain Razors it. That's probably the best thing to do. Because we probably should have done that. Because then we could have went for the dragon. So we probably should have done that. But hey-ho, we win some, you lose some. Sorry if you answered this already. Is this the new Levi list? Are you using Yellow Rabbles? No, I'm not using Yellow Rabbles, actually. New Levi list. I don't even know there was one. Double sigil. Bloody hell. Coming in for 8. We will Rain Razors it. Why not? Let's just go in for 10. But yeah, it's pretty rough. They're just gonna. Yeah, this is already getting degenerate. Unfortunately, it's already getting very hard to deal with. Because that's going to deal 9 damage to me. Which is going to put me down to what? 20, 26? With Go Again. And then you've got Azalea as well. So it's... yeah. Pretty much an auto loss, really. We've got no poppers. So we're just gonna say take damage, whatever. Ten life differential, 2 dragons on board. It's gonna be a rough ride, unfortunately. Because VISERAI just dies if we attack it, but then we don't get anything else off of the back of it unless we Endless Arrow. So we just go get an Endless Arrow and kill both of the dragons? Probably the best thing to do, isn't it? Because We can give it go again with that, with the snappies, and just kill both of them. Probably too late for this anyway, but we're just going to try it. Where are the endless arrows? We didn't put them in, did we? We didn't put the endless arrows in. Oh no! What a joke. Okay, at least we can bolt and shot then. We did not put the endless arrows in the deck. Fantastic, lovely old job. Off to a flying start. Off to a flying start here. And obviously we don't have any arrows to follow up this either. So this is just misplay central going on right now. Misplay central. Misplay central. First game is a warm-up, absolutely. A warm-up against DROMAI, literally. It's pure hot. I think we just... It's too tall. It's way too tall to go for a dragon, so we just have to chuck 10 dominate at them. But yeah, garbage. Absolute garbage start from us. They are just going to block everything and then swing with a load of dragons. That's just what they're going to be doing. This will hit, by the looks of it, unless they got like a Sync or Oasis Respite, which is probably easy for them to do, to block it all out, because it means that they have to discard their hand and arsenal if they let them hit. But do they care at this stage? No, obviously not. And that's it. Pass, end turn. Raking the embers. Here we go. Here we go. 5 dragons on board, and they're all attacking me. Every single one of them. 9 damage coming in with VISERAI. No poppers. Nothing we can do here. Nothing we can do here at all. And the follow-up is pretty garbage as well. So I guess we just have to try and block 6 here. And that's 3 cards, unless we chuck a Skullbone Crosswrap underneath it. So, pretty dire situation to be in. Having to block with the Crosswrap. But we've pretty much lost this game on turn 2, essentially. One. Fun times. There needs to be a board wipe. I'm sorry, but there needs to be a board wipe in this game, because this garbage is outrageous. And then 8 on the end? Okay. Alrighty. Nothing we can do at all. So they've used all their cards because they pitched them into the flame scale, so they haven't lost any cards there from the Seek and Destroy. Why did it have to be dragons? Absolutely, Andrew. It's just impossible. It really is. Rabble the VISERAI. They still have 4 dragons to attack with after they've played their entire hand, I might add. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm attacking 1 dragon, revealing a Deadeye. Okay, so basically what I'm doing now is I'm attacking 1 dragon, right? That doesn't affect their life total at all. And what they also have to crack back at me with is a 4-card hand and 4 fucking dragons. How is that fair? I know I'm moaning, but it's just not a game, is it? It's just put everything on the board and then kill me slowly. GG. I'm just not going to block. Just not going to block. There was too many things going wrong at the start of that game to even get back into this. So, but there we go. We're just going to let him have it. Let him have it. Good luck on the content grind. So yeah, the opponent was fairly nice. But yeah, that was just rough. That was really, really rough. Unfortunately, it's just one of those games that is extremely hard to win and also very tilting at the same time. Allies were a mistake. Changed my mind. Yeah, allies were... yeah, I don't think allies sit well in this game, do they? In a game which is all about numbers on your cards and how your hand matters, and yeah, it's just not the amount of value you're getting from a permanent or an ally in this game is just ridiculous. It's like then, like especially if you've got a hero that doesn't really have. I mean, I had 6 poppers in the deck, and obviously I could have got an endless arrow and stuff, but ultimately, when the DROMAI player gets to at least 2 dragons, you then have to use 2 of your attacks per turn on the dragons, which is horrible if you're a ranger because you don't have a weapon to use to swing at the dragons, right? So your attacks are going in the bin to deal with a threat that is incremental value for them, but it doesn't affect their hand. It does not affect their life. So it's just very difficult to deal with. So hopefully we'll see what happens. We might get another one. Who knows? But VISERAI, okay. This player looks like he's been hanging around for a while because there's a lot of people who've joined and disconnected. So we'll just go with this. We'll see what happens. So in this matchup, we want hamstring shot. We want Memorial Ground. If it is aggro-y this, if it's not, we could be in for a bit of an issue. It could be like the Rune Chance one. We'll chuck the Endless Arrows in this time, and we'll also put CNCs in there as well. We don't need Fatigue, don't need Battering, I don't think. Don't need Sleep Dart. Maybe Sleep Dart instead of Hamstring Shot. Yeah. We'll see. It could be a control Viz, like we've seen. It's a Rosetta. Could be a control one, as we've seen with like Briars. There's a lot of control Briars out there at the moment. So let's just pitch into Death Dealer. Pitching this yellow. Endless Arrow turn 1, which is quite nice. Because we can force this to go back to hand potentially. So let's release the tension. And then fire this. It's for 7. If it hits, it goes back to hand. Which we can get over the top with the Rain Razors. That's nice. Ooh, they know the Rain Razors is coming. Fair play. Okay. But drawing an Arcanite Skullcap block straight away is not bad. And then we'll put the Rain Razors in our arsenal. Because obviously it doesn't block. But yeah, drawing the Skullcap out straight away. Ooh, a Mordred Tide. Okay. They're off to a spicy start now by the looks of it. I'm a bit scared. I'm not going to lie. Especially considering the hand. We've got a double Rain Razors hand. Holy moly. So I think if this turn is just raw damage, I think we just take it because you've got a double Rain Razors turn coming. So I think we just take the damage, whatever this damage is. For 2, yeah, I think we just take it. I'm not going to prevent any damage here. Yeah, we're just going to take it. Got to be a Rosetta for 2, 2, and 2 as well, isn't there? 2, 2. Oh no, maybe not. Okay, fine. So let's have a look, see what's on top. First of all, Skullbone. Let's have a look. Knock, that can go to the bottom because we're not going to be able to use it this turn, I don't think. So we're going to Rain Razors out of our arsenal first. And then activate the Death Dealer. We're going to pitch one of the drill shots. Put in the bolt and shot and draw. Then we're going to fire this bolt and shot. It's going to have go again. So 5 go again if it hits reload. But obviously we can rain raises the other one to combat trick it, so we get the sleep dart maybe, or the drill shot into the reload, and then we can fire that off as well, depending on what happens. We'll see. Big boss, yeah, like a maximum ally shot, absolutely. Sorry, I'm reading the chat a bit late now. Okay, so... Oh, do we pass now, or do we just force... Let's pass now, I think. What have they got? This is going to be interesting. Because if they de-react now... Maybe they're trying to bait out the rain razors now. Or maybe seeing if I've got it at all. I think what I'm going to do, I might crack... No, okay. Choose a card to reload. It's going to be... Drill shot. And then we'll fire the drill shot. Again, costs nothing to play. Coming in for 6, but potentially 8 because of the other rain razors. Let's push it. Let's push it. 8 damage with the rain razors. Put it on the tunic, and then Arsenal the sleep dart. So they've probably got a big follow-up turn here because they soaked up all of that damage. Yes, they got a Morva and Skies. So if this hits, they get 2 extra rune chance. Go again. Definitely duet. Okay, we're just not going to take the rune chance. 2 go again. If it hits, they get 2 rune chance, which brings them up to 5. And then they're probably going to swing the Rosetta after that, which is going to be 5, 2, and 2, which is... Yeah, let's just see what the maths is. 5, 2, and 2, that's 9, so that brings me down to 22. Okay, Spellbound Creepers. Oh, here we go. Lots of rune chance coming in. Not bad. 9 rune chance. Six. So I go down to 16. What am I doing next turn? Probably just rain razoring the... Oh, I can just Fateful Scene this, though, as well. So let's do that. Let's see what's on top as well. Ravenous Rabble. That can go to the bottom, I think. Let me take 2. Go down to 27. 20. Fine. Let's have a look, see what's on top. Read the glide path. So if I put that into the arsenal with Azalea, I then play this. My next arrow gets +2. I then use the tunic to put the endless arrow in and draw a card. And then I could potentially... Yeah, I don't know which... I think I value the sleep dart more, though. That's the thing. I don't know what to do with that. That can go to the bottom. So do I just say sleep darts coming in for 7? Oh no, I can use both because I've got the tunic. All right, fine. So let's use Deadeye then. Let's just prevent let's just present a large amount of damage. So Rain raises over the top of this as well, so it could be a 10 attack, which turns off Viserai's ability. So blocking with Grasp, currently taking 6, which brings him down to 21 at the moment. So taking 6, so it goes down to sort of parable life. So we are going to pass on the reactions just to see what they have. Okay, fine. We'll leave the Rain Razors in there as a Arsenal card. Oh dear, we have no attack actions unless we can opt for one on our next turn, so that's a bit of a shame. Prevent one. Yeah, we'll just pitch so you can destroy because we're not going to be using any arrow attacks at the moment. And this is coming in. If this hits, I discard a card. So I'm not gonna discard a card. I'm just gonna sink below that. I think. I'm just gonna have to hope with whatever I block with, whatever I opt with the Rain Razors, actually going to do something. So they're playing the Morven Skies at instant speed. So I'm going to sink below that. I'm going to sink the Read the Glide Path. Another Fateful Scene. Okay, so we're not really getting any cards we can use on our follow-up turn, which is a bit of a shame. We're not going to block this, but we will chuck the Fateful Scene under it, I think. Yeah, might as well just burn this. See what's on top as well. Ravenous Rabble. Oh, really? No, put that to the bottom. Just have to hope that something better is in there with the opt. Maybe like a Redden Ledger or something. So let's have a look. What have we got? What have we got? Give it to me. Give me something good. No, I don't want that. Let's activate Azalea Blind then, sod it. What have we got? Come on. What have we got? Remorseless. Lovely old job. Dominate. That'll do. That will do, I guess. Cool. So every action they play will cost them a life. So, and this hand that we've got here is pretty awful as well for blocking. We can CNC next turn, so we might be able to do that. They obviously are losing life every time they play an action, so we might get some value out of that to a certain degree. So yeah, they're going to give some stuff go again. Shrill of Skullform coming in for 7. We go down to 11 if we take this, so I think we are just going to take this for now. That's similar life to a certain degree. Then we've got a Tunic. Is it a Pummel? It's a Pummel Shrill. No, it's not. Okay. Spellbound Creepers. Read the runes, they lose another life. And they can Rosetta for quite a lot of damage here, so... just thinking of what we can do next turn. We can... Right, 0. I'm not taking any rune chant damage, I don't think. I think we just... Yeah, I think we just take this, you know? All the rune chant damage anyway. And then 2 and 2, so we go down to... So we go down to 2 if we take all of this damage. I think we just take the damage. It's getting to that point now, so let's just chuck the equipment in front of it. Keep a full hand and see if we can do something with it. So we are going to pitch the Death Dealer, pitching in the Memorial Ground, maybe. We could get a Red in the Ledger back. We don't have. Well, we still have 1 Arcane Barrier at the moment. So maybe the Remorseless could be. There's no Red in the Ledger in our graveyard, so we can't access that. They have no Arsenal, so I think if we activate Death Dealer, draw a card, see what that card is, put the Bolt and Shot in there. I think we just go for the Remorseless, to be honest. Could be the wrong play. What do we do? What do we do? Let's just see what we get from Death Dealer, I think. Pitch Memorial Ground. This could be the wrong decision, but another Bolt and Shot. Okay. Right, well, at least we're going wide. If this hits, reload. We can still see. We can CNC after this, actually. So that's quite good. We can CNC after this, pitching the other Bolt and Shot that we just drew. So this is half of their life right now. So this is pretty vile. Pretty vile stuff. Half of their life coming in. They're using their Blade Break and their Battle Worn here, so they're going to block 4. Okay. Reduce the Rune Chant. Blocking for 6. We're taking 1. Thing is here though is they might be able to kill me with hybrid damage. I'm just thinking of what we can reload. Do we reload and keep the CNC for Arsenal, or do we just CNC them? The bolt-on shot's only going to come in for 3. Yeah, we will reload a card. Oh, we don't know what's on top, do we? No, we're just going to fire this off. Wasting the 1 resource is a bit of a shame. We probably could have done more there, but I'm just thinking of the Arsenal card. That's all I'm thinking of. 8 to 4, but they've probably got a lot of Rune Chant damage coming in here, so we are going to prevent some of it. Pitch the yellow. Coming in for 4, so that is lethal, unfortunately. So we are going to have to block with something here. Probably the bolt shot. And take 1. We keep the CNC in our arsenal, I think. I think it's going to be the hybrid damage that gets to me, like the 1/1s and 1s and Rosettas and stuff. It's probably going to get to me in the end, unfortunately. But we'll see. We've got a sink below, a yellow to pitch. We will see what happens, I guess. Lead the charge. So erase face coming in here. We are going to prevent 1 pitching this. And then coming in for 6. So we will block with... Got 1 floating. So we will block with a Seek and Destroy and then pass. We will sink the headshot. Hopefully we draw into a yellow or a blue. A red. Okay, that's a shame. And then... Oh, okay, damn. Yeah, I think we lose then. So we are going to prevent 1. And then I guess we have to block with this card. So yeah, it's going to be the hybrid damage that gets us eventually. We could just activate Azalea blindly and see what we get here, because we can't play this. So I think that's probably the best thing to do, just see what we get. Red in the ledger, can't use it. Bit of a shame. This is probably where we're going to die, unfortunately, because we've got a lot of reds in hand. Can't really do too much with regards to the arcane damage coming in. And there's going to be a lot of different sources now coming in, unfortunately, at the end here. So we take 1, go down to 1, so we are 1 damage away, unfortunately, from dying. The meet and greet is going to have go again. So I think we just die here, unfortunately. So we have to block with 2 cards. So we have to block with this and this. And then when the Rosetta comes in for 2 and 2, I think we die. Yeah, we die, unfortunately. So we pitch 1. And then we die to the 2 and 2. Unfortunately. GG. GG! It was very close. But yeah, I probably could have done something different. I probably could have done the... I probably should have just thrown the CNC at him as well, rather than the bolt shot. I probably should have done that instead. So yeah, the Endless Arrows are coming out, I think. I think the Endless Arrows should come out. I think I do need more blues. Maybe Hamstring Shot can come out. No, we will take out the Endless Arrows. Unfortunately, they're just not good enough. And in the matchups where they are pretty good, like DROMAI, you can obviously get some stuff back. They're better in Lexi right now, I think. So we are going to put the blue bolt and shots back in. So we are going to do that. So we're going to put those in the sideboard, though. So yeah, there we go. Put those back in. Endless Arrow did not do what we wanted it to do, unfortunately. Cut 1 Endless and 2 Hamstrings. Yeah, I could do. Oh, what's going on here? Competitive CC, Azalea, please. I'm not competitive, though, so I'm not going to join that game. Let's just create our own. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. Thank you very much for joining us. Playing KATSU now. So if you haven't liked the video already, please do that. That would be fantastic. And hope you're all doing well. KATSU. So hamstring shot can go in. Memorial ground can go in. Don't care about CNCs and stuff. So I think we just put the blue bolts in and the blue headshots in. 63. Put the perch grapplers in as well because we might need to block some on hits, some combo stuff. But as you can tell, I'm very, very blasé when it comes to sideboarding and understanding what cards to put in and all this sort of thing. Sleeps on KATSU? Yeah, probably could actually. Yeah, that's a good shout actually, Andre. That is a good shout. So Kodachi for 1 straight away off the bat here. That all you got is also quite good against stuff like this as well. So it's a shame we don't really have that available to us in this particular list. But everything's about to change anyway, right? We're playing Azalea probably in her... with the card pool that is about to be massively expanded. I have received a preview card which is absolutely bonkers, which is definitely going to be in the list. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because the card is absolutely nuts. And I'd love to see what people brew with it, the more competitive minds. It is a funny card indeed. Right then, so we can do some tings here. We can do a red in the ledger with +3, plus a card draw off Death Dealers. This is quite cool, so we're going to pitch a knock for this, obviously. Put the red in the ledger in draw. And then we just read the glide path, see what's on top. We've released Attention. Okay, that can go to the bottom. And then I guess we just fire this off. We can go and get a dominated card. So I think we might just do that. Because we can still Arsenal the Bolton shot after this because we pitched a blue. So let's just do that. Let's just do it now. Let's try and establish some... we're going to do Remorseless actually, because they might have Arsenal or D-React. So I think we might just do that. I think we just might just try and go for the life first of all, and maybe the lock situation later. So let's just fire this off at them for 8. And punish their next potential wide turn with their 5-card hand. So maybe there's a big Art of War coming in or something, and this will hurt them for allowing me to hit. So hopefully this is the right decision at this point. So I think Red in the Ledger is better for shutting them off late game, or sort of mid to late game, just making sure they can't actually play, and just go for the damage early on here. So they've just taken it. So this is going to be a huge turn by the looks of it. Luckily, we just drew into 2 defensive spells, or 2 defensive things, but every action they play this now is going to cost them a life, so hopefully that will mitigate a lot of their value with the fact that they're losing life every time. So we are going to take this first of all, go down to 35, and we have to make sure that we remember the mask trigger on the third chain link. So they are going to go and get a card with KATSU's ability now, because obviously we let it hit. But I think most of the time you don't care about the first hit. Now we've got this. So this would put us down to life parity if we hit. So we are going to take this as well. So but we're on equal life. And now they're coming in with Kodachi for 1. Fine. And now they're passing. So after all of that, I'm still pretty much on the play, which is quite good. So we're going to opt first of all. Blue headshot. No, let's get rid of that, I think. Okay, right, so we're going to take aim and fire this at them for 6 go again. If it hits, reload. Giving them an interesting choice as to whether they want me to reload potentially a more harmful arrow after this. So yeah, bolt and shot always putting in work for Azalea decks. Definitely love the card. It's obviously Levi's favourite card as well, as we spoke to him on the last Azalea Cult. And we've got an interesting Azalea Cult episode coming up this weekend with a Malaysian Armory winner and Stormgate Games, one of the Malaysian LGSs. So they're staying up very, very late for that, so please join us there. They are blocking fully here with their entire hand, so maybe we should just go for the bullseye now and just try and force through the hamstring shot. Yeah, let's do that. Let's force it. This also hurts their next attack. If they allow it to hit, they cost an additional 1. So I think it's probably the best time to do it. They fully blocked out, so it just goes to show, oh, okay, they're going to take it. Alrighty then. There we go. And we've got quite a defensive hand again with a Sink Below and a Fateful Scene in our arsenal. Hopefully they're using their Tunic trigger to then play 100 wins. So a Tunic trigger for 100 wins. That's not very good, is it? So for 3, we still maintain life, so we are going to take it. And they are going to go trigger Katsu as well, so they can go and get their whatever they want, but obviously I can block it out. Kodachi still puts me ahead in life. And a CNC. Okay, so they're going to blow up a Fateful Scene, which I think is okay. We can block with a Deadeye and the Perch Grapplers. No D-React can be played. We are going to get a Tunic resource next turn. We can't get this out of our arsenal, so I think we just let it hit. And we go down to 19 after this. So yeah, we're just going to let this hit, I think. Yeah, let it hit. Take away the card, baby. Take it away. Just take it. Absolutely, Cementenium. I'm just going to take it. Got a Tunic trigger, a Tunic line available to me as well this turn. So yeah, get rid of it. Okay, right. So let's do this then. So we're going to load in the headshot with the Tunic trigger and draw a card. It's a drill shot. Okay, then we're going to play Take Aim. Then we're going to play Deadeye. Pitching this. We have to use it anyway. We have to use it all. So coming in for 10. We have had to use all of our resources for that, which is a bit of a shame, but still is quite a chunk of damage coming in. But it's not the transaction we ideally needed, which is a shame. The blue headshot there, not really doing too much, but 10 is still a large amount of damage. But effectively they will only see the 5 coming in because they're on 5 extra life. But they are choosing to block with 2 cards, so going to take 4, go down to life parity, essentially 20 to 19 after this transaction. And I'm going to have the card advantage after this transaction because I'm going to have 4 cards in hand. But I have to remember the Katsu effect and obviously mask and all that sort of thing. Okay, so our next turn is going to be quite a spicy one, I think. So I think we just take this, to be honest. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. So they have got, obviously, they've triggered Katsu. Soul Bead Strike 4. If it hits, it gains Go Again. Interesting. Let's block it all. Ancestral Empowerment. What a surprise. So they're going to draw a card and then get the mass trigger as well. It's pretty spicy. Should have probably read that they had an Ancestral. Should have probably read that, but they would have drew a card anyway. That's now hit, so it gains Go Again, and now they're going to come in with another double strike. Hit me for 1. So this is a very wide turn from them now. Are they going to use that last card? No, they're not going to use the last card. Okay. You never know with Ninja. No, that's true. Right, so we're probably going to pitch the Bolt and Shot. Bolt and Shot Blue and Death Dealer. It's not going to be as much as we double Rain Razors. Okay. All right. But still, not what we want really. Not what we want. It's going to be an 8 damage attack in total. They're probably going to sense some shenanigans here, but it's not going to be not getting the value that we need out of these hands at the moment, unfortunately. So they are blocking with an Open the Center and a Find Owls. Okay, so let's Rain Razors that. Bring it up to that, and then we might as well just raid it again. Might as well just do both, because we can't reload a card and then opt because the Skull Bone's gone. So there's no point trying to see what's coming next or anything like that. So I think we've frozen a little bit here with the Talishar. Not allowing me to pass at the moment, so I think their internet's gone. We'll see. Waiting for other player to choose a reaction. Okay, so it has actually registered that I've passed. There we go. So 16 to 14, card parity at the moment, life parity to a certain degree. They've blocked with Tunic and Tiger Stripes. They've only got the mask left to block with. So 5 Go Again. Just simply 5 Go Again. Okay. I think we just sink a card here. Our Tunic is still active, so we're not going to get that next turn. So I think we might just try and block or save some damage. So we're going to block with this Drill Shot. That's not really going to do anything now. So we're just going to block for 3, leak 2. They do get a Katsu, of course. Keep forgetting about the bloody Katsu trigger. But we can still block 7. And then... Okay, so this coming in. If it hits, draw a card. Alright, we'll pass. We're not going to sink anything here. We're just going to use the sink below to block, essentially. We're not going to sink a card. Because we can at least load in the Remorseless with Death Dealer. Mugenshi Release. Oh no, here we go. What does this do? If it hits, they can go and get any number of cards named Lord of Wind. Okay, so we need to block this then, really, don't we? So we chuck the Perch Grabbers underneath this, and then we block with Knock to block 5. So they force that hand away from us there, but at least on our next turn we can Arsenal Remorseless and then carry on. So that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, we can't do anything there. So that's fair enough. So coming in for 1. Okay. Pass. Double Strike is very good because obviously it just says that why would you use a card on blocking Double Strike, but it's essentially a free Katsu trigger, isn't it? Because you're never going to block a one attack card. So it works perfectly in Katsu because then you can just go and tutor for whatever you need to tutor for. So I can see why Double Strike is quite good in Katsu, even though I'm not a Ninja player. Can't wait to see the preview card. Absolutely, Andres. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a very good one indeed. So going down to 10 life now. I have to remember that the next one is a mask, so it's coming in for 3. I'll block with one of the remorselesses. Then we got another 100 wins coming in. So we are going to block with 2 and 2. Because we still can use the tunic to fire off the remorseless if we need to. On our next turn. And coming in for 4 of a Flusterfist. Okay. So we're going to block for 3 and leak 1. So we're on the back foot a little bit here, but we can crack back now with what is a punishing card against these types of decks. So we are going to get Tunic out and fire this Remorseless. So if they don't block it, they are essentially going to take a lot of damage, because obviously Katsu likes to go wide, so you're hoping that this is actually more than 5. This is more like a 9 being presented here. Potentially 8 to 9 damage being presented over the course of 2 turns. Which is similar to how obviously the Blood Rot and stuff's going to work. So they are going to take it all by the looks of it and go down to 11. This hand is awful because we can't block with 2 of the cards. So this is really bad. This could kill us right now. Right here, right now, this hand could kill us, essentially. I think we are just dead at this point because of the fact that none of these cards really block. So we're going to have to chuck in the Tunic now and chuck in the Bolt and Shot for 4. Prevent that first Katsu trigger. They are going to Ancestral Empowerment. Okay, fair enough. They are now going to hit me as well with that. So they get a Katsu trigger. And I can only block 2 for the rest of the turn, so I'm probably going to die. So this is not a good run at all tonight, unfortunately. We've blocked with our only attack as well in our hand, so we're not even going to be able to attack next turn. So Remorseless is still affecting them, but probably not enough for them to care at the moment. But we will see. We will see. That's Ninja for you. Yeah, absolutely. Memorial Ground, I just don't know. I don't know if they. I don't think they warrant a space in the list anymore. Because I don't use them enough. I do not use them enough. I can't remember the last time I used a Memorial Ground to try and get a Dominate trigger off. So I think they might be cut from the list entirely. So 5 go again. Okay. I guess we can only block for 2. So we take 3 and then probably die. So if they attack for 5, we just die essentially because we've got no blocking cards. So we take that, and then we go to 5, and then we just die. Ooh, 4. Okay, we go to 1. We go to 1. I can't even blind Azalea. Oh, Mask of Mentor trigger as well. Yeah, we're dead. I think they can just Kodachi and kill us. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Yeah, we've got nothing on our arsenal, so we can't blind Azalea, but I think we just have to get rid of this. It's awful. Well, we got some blocks in hand, but we're on 1, so we're in Kodachi range now, so we are just dead. They can just Kodachi lock us now for the win. They'll probably just Ancestral Empowerment this over the top, just to sort of troll us a bit. Kodachi lock, yeah, absolutely. yeah, it's been a bit of a rough ride tonight, unfortunately. I can leave that on top for now. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we just die to this because we have to use another card on the other Kodachi as well, don't we? So we are pretty much dead in the water, people. Not a good run tonight. E-strike for lots of damage. GG's. So we die, unfortunately. Yeah, that wasn't great. So we're going to take out the memorial grounds completely. I think we're going to take those out. Just take those out. And I wasn't even running like things like CNC and battering bolt because of the fact that if we do draw into DROMAI, they obviously do work, but DROMAI is pretty much just a dead game anyway. So I just don't know if we should even have those in there. But then saying that, this deck is going to change. The whole Azalea build is going to change massively. I've just taken them out. I need to remove those completely. The whole Azalea list is going to change massively with the new set. As I mentioned before, the spoiler card that I've got is an auto include. So to take that as you will. It is an auto include in Azalea decks. So yeah, or just maybe just ranger lists in general. So yeah, take that with whatever sort of speculation you want, but it's definitely a must include. So can't wait to spoil that for you. So make sure you stick around. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. So at the moment, again, I just don't know if I want like these in here. These red attacks. They don't really do much. Do well against DROMAI, of course. You can pop stuff with it. Death Touch. Maybe I could try that instead. Death Touch. Death Touch is available to use now, obviously, on February. I'm not sure if it's on Talishar yet. It might be, but I feel like I want to try something different. But there's so much stuff coming that that's going to change a lot of things. So maybe we just stick to how it is for now. Because I just don't know what else to really try. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting though. We got on the next Azalea cult, we've got Malaysian Armory winner, who is actually running things like Poison the Tips in the list and stuff. But that all you got is not in here right now. Fatigue shot's good against like Guardians and stuff, I guess. Just trying to think of what else. Dreadbore is in there for some like the tanky stuff that I've seen recently. What else can we put in there? My old Dreadbore list was so funny. Might have to try and replicate that again. Just Dreadbore only, no Death Dealer. That was always a fun time streaming that. What do we put in? What do we put in instead? We've taken out the Memorial Grounds completely. We've only got really 9 blues. So is there any other blues that we could put in there which are good? Tri-shot, not great though, is it? It doesn't do anything. Tri-shot just doesn't do anything in this list. What else is there? What else can you put in there? Other blues. What do we think? What do we reckon? Pursuit of Knowledge, maybe? Pursuit of Knowledge is a fun one. Only blocks for 2, though. Pursuit of Knowledge. It's always a fun one. Rock Slide Trap. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Blue drill shot? No. Another buff, maybe? Lunging? Try to poison the tips. Okay, Patrick. Thanks for showing up. We're going to try your strategy. We're going to put 2 poison the tips in there. Let's chuck them in. 2 poison the tips. Chuck them in. Let's go. See what we can do. See what we can do, baby. Iyslander, fun times. Okay. Alrighty then. So we are going to be using blues here. Blue headshot. CNC to destroy the arsenal. I think that's pretty much it. Poisoner tips can come out in this game, and we're going to put in 2 blue Bolton shots just to pay for the ice tax and stuff. And then, yeah, I guess we're going to go for it. But this is a horrendous matchup as well. Just get tilted quite a lot with this, to be fair. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Battle-hardened Madrid is now following me. Okay. Fab battle-hardened MR. I will follow them back. I don't know what they're doing or who they are, but I'll follow them back regardless on Twitter. Fab battle-hardened MR. Was that Madrid? So we've already got 3 frostbites. Oh, they undid their last action. Okay. So they are going to Ice Eternal me straight away. Interesting. Okay. Prevent 3 arcane damage. We can only prevent 2. So I guess we are going to pitch a CNC and a Rabble. And then take 1 from that. Okay. And then we got frostbites to start off our turn with, which is great, I guess. So we can get round that, luckily, but they're just going to interact with us again on from their arsenal, essentially, and give us a frostbite. So probably our turn's probably just going to be over after this. Ice bolt. Okay, so we are going to get another frostbite. Fantastic. And then we're going to take 3 as well. I guess so. And then we're just going to fire this off for 2, I guess, which is just absolutely awful. Unless we activate... No, why would we do that? So I guess we should have to fire this for 2. That's awful, isn't it? But has to be done. We have to prevent some we have to present some damage, right? As you legend. Cheers, Capolo. Hope you're doing well, mate. The UPF's going to be fun. The UPF is going to be very good fun. Waning Moon. Well, I've got no cards in hand. Lovely old job. Look at that. More arcane damage. Nice. Yeah, okay. They're going to take 2 and have 1 action on their turn, which I guess is okay. Put these 0 costs to the bottom. Okay, fine. Back to our turn then, I guess. And we will pitch Death Dealer, pitching a blue. So we've got some floating, so we can deal with their crap on our turn. And we are going to put a red ledger into our arsenal again, I think. Yeah. Drawing a Deadeye, not bad. Okay, so we have to decide what we're going to be doing here. Whether we're going to go for Greed or Glory. Let's go for Glory. Let's play... Actually, no, we'll play the red ledger out. We've got Rain Razors in hand, so we can still force some damage over the top here and have some stuff floating just in case they decide to come at us with some arcane damage. Friggin' Elsa. Absolutely, absolutely, Tom. It's outrageous. Luckily, we do have some stuff floating. We are presenting an attack at them here, but they are going to respond. Or maybe not. We'll see. What are they going to do? Are they going to react? What are they going to do? Blocking with a Channel Lake Frigid. That's always good to see. Let's just Rain Razors over the top for the crack. Force some extra damage through. Here we go. Ting Tang Walla Walla Bing Bang. Here goes to Ting Tang Walla Walla Bing Bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Here goes the turn on my turn. Yeah. Fantastic. We'll prevent 1. You're going to take Forcer. You're going You're going to take 4 and only have 1 action on your next turn. If you care. Probably not. Waning Moon. Okay, nice. Here we go. We are going to prevent 2 of that. Pitching a blue here, I think. This is still on our turn, right? Snap back for 1. Prevent the 1 as well. This is still on our turn, right? Yeah. Okay. Pass straight back to me. Let's go. Activate cross wrap. See what's on top. Probably not going to be able to pull through their shenanigans here because of the fact we don't have many blues. We don't have blues in hand right now, unfortunately. So they are going to respond. The fact that they've responded to the Skullbone is okay, though. So as long as we can get through the Frostbite here that they're presenting with the Cold Snap, we can essentially still take our turn, which is always nice. It's always nice to take your fucking turn, right? It's always nice to be able to take a turn. So that we're going to count that as a win here. Pay 1 or prevent an Arsenal or ally from being frozen. Okay, we got a Deadeye in there. Good thing about Azalea is that we can get that thing out of there from being unfrozen. So do we want to do that? What's in there? Deadeye. Can we play out of that though? That's the issue. Yeah, we'll pitch a bolt and shot. 1 floating. Okay, fine. So we've activated the cross wrap. We're going to see what's on top. There's a sink below. That can go to the bottom. They can no longer interact with us. We do have 1 frostbite, so we are going to have to pay 2 for the Deadeye. But then we can use Tunic to put the Remorseless into our arsenal and draw a card. That's quite nice. So we are going to do that. So we are going to pay 2 for this. Then we're going to use the Tunic to load in the Remorseless and draw a card. Which is quite nice. And then we can actually use Seek and Destroy, which is also very nice, pushing this Remorseless up to 11. And it means that they're not going to be able to use any arsenal next turn. So, fuck you. Cementenium, pay or else your arsenal is unusable. Yes, the arsenal is unusable unless you activate Azalea's ability. Then the frozen card goes to the bottom of your deck, and then you put the top card of your deck face up into your arsenal, which can be used. So it works both ways, really. With Azalea, freezing the arsenal doesn't really matter too much because Azalea can just get that frozen out of there. But yeah, this Seek and Destroyed Remorseless coming in for 11 does screw up their next window to be able to interact with me because they can't arsenal a card at the end of their turn. So it kind of makes sense for them to just try and block all of this out, I guess, because it means that they can't actually interact with me on my turn. So Seek and Destroy is great. I think Inertia is going to be great as well. If there's like some form of arrow or something that inflicts inertia when it hits or something like that, I think that's going to be quite good as well, because that's going to be like a Seek and Destroy-esque effect on an arrow. I think that makes sense as well to have arrows that have the plagues on them, you know, like an arrow that's sort of soaked in inertia fluid or whatever the disease is. That makes sense, doesn't it? For that to happen. So yeah, they are blocking quite a lot of damage here already. Waning Mooning me for 3, okay. And they're going to take the rest of the damage and then going to have to discard their hand and arsenal at the end of their turn. So they're just going to Find Owls me. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Sweet Find Owls Fighting Spirit coming out to just ruin my day. But it goes down to sort of life parity to a certain degree, 25 to 22. So I think we are still on the play here. We have to just force this a little bit further. So we are going to activate Death Dealer, pitching the... Ooh, interesting choice to make here, because we could just go tall or go wide. Or we just bolt and shot it, but that's going to reduce our arcane barrier, isn't it? Let's just pitch the blue. Let's go for it. Oh, we got CNC. Do we just fire off this, and then CNC Snapdragons. I think we do, don't we? We've got another Seek and Destroy coming in here, so they're going to force to block. So it's going for 7, Snapdragon, and then CNC as well, I think. The Seek and Destroy arrows are just crucial against Iyslander, because it just means they can't interact on your turn, and they're forced to play out on their turn. And albeit they can still throw these bloody Fyendal's fighting spirits at you, it's a lot better than having your interaction. So we are going to crack Snappies for this. So we're going to hit them for 4 and put a minus counter on their tunic, and then we're going to throw this CNC at them. Oh, we had enough. We had enough to play the CNC without even bloody having to pay for it. That's great. All right then, we'll Arsenal this and pass. And now they can't interact on our next turn, so this is quite nice. So coming in with some arcane damage, I think we just take this. We just take it. Pay 2 or discard a card. We will all discard a card then. We all discard all of these arrow buffs that do absolutely nothing right now, which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully we can find an arrow on top. Waning Moon coming in for 2. We'll take this as well. Go down to life parity. Having to discard their hand and Arsenal again. So hopefully we can find an arrow on top here, which will allow us to Seek and Destroy again, because that is the crucial card in this matchup. It is an arrow, so we'll leave that on top. So yeah, we're going to have to activate Azalea here, because we can't get the arrow any other way, because we can't actually load anything into our arsenal after we play this Read the Glide Path. So we're going to have to use Azalea's ability here. To get the thing into there. But the good thing about this is obviously it's an arrow with Dominate at the end of the day, so it does cost nothing. So we are just going to be able to read the glide path, see what's on top for the defensive play. We'll leave that on top. We are going to Seek and Destroy again, and then come in with 10 Dominate. So it's also going to interact with them again on their turn. So another Seek and Destroyed arrow coming in. So this is probably the most high rolly we could get in this matchup. It's just keeping the Iyslander at bay on our turn by Seeking Destroying them every single, for the last 3 turns we've Seeking Destroyed every single turn. So the more that we can get the Arsenal disruption, which is going to be very, very prevalent in Outsiders. There's already a load of cards printed that care about the Arsenal, like Death Touch, like all of the tokens like Inertia, the stuff being played, attacks being played from the Arsenal getting -1 with the frailties, the codexes that put stuff into your Arsenal. There's going to be a lot of Arsenal matters in this set, I think, so we are going to be able to interact with it more, I believe. So we're going to see what happens here. But they're currently taking 7 damage. They've got no other ways of blocking because it's dominated, and they are going to have to discard their hand and Arsenal at the end of their next turn. So again, interacting with that space is always good. So we are going to reload this card, just so we can... oh, we've already used the cross wraps, that's fine, we're going to pass then. They're going to have to discard their hand and Arsenal at the end of their turn, so we are just going to probably take some damage again here. We are still potentially on the play. Discard a card unless they pay 1. We will pay 1. We will pay with the Remorseless, I think. We are going to have a Tunic trigger available to us next, so we are going to pay 1 again, I guess. Player 1 undid their last action. Okay. It's our turn again, so we are going to be able to flip this face up, see what's on top, baby. It is a Deadeye. So can we play that? We can activate Azalea, put the Deadeye into our arsenal, use the Tunic to play the Deadeye, then use the Take Aim to reload the Remorseless in, and use the Enlightened Strike to play it. So we're going to come in for lethal there, so I think that's probably the best thing to do. Just go tall. So yeah, we are going to do that. We are going to activate Azalea's ability. We could E-Strike twice as well. Oh, do we go tall or do we go wide? 2 times E-Strike, yeah, might be the better thing to do. Two times E-Strike, yeah, I think you're right. Let's go with that, shall we? We don't have to use a Tunic then, do we? Let's do that. 2 times E-Strike, keep the Tunic available. 5 plus 7, actually, yeah, you're also very right there. Nice call. Nice call, Cementenium. We'll do that. Well, they are going to gain a life, which is a shame, unfortunately. Gaining a life again. Oh man, that's savage. 5 to 15. Cool. They don't have a turn. Fantastic. Right, so now we have to think about what to do here, because they can interrupt our turn to a certain degree. So I think we just have to use a tunic first before they can interact with that value. So let's just do this first. Then we shall activate Death Dealer. Headshot, do we go tall or go... I think tall. Probably the best thing to do, isn't it? Get that into there and draw. Okay, cool. So let's then release. So they can't play D-React from Arsenal. And then we just fire this at them. Pitching the Bolton shot. Let's simulate that we've got some resources floating, just in case they decide to Waning Moon or whatever. So coming in for 9. No D-Reacts from Arsenal. They can do some shenanigans on our turn, of course, though, because they've obviously got their card in their arsenal. We've got 1 floating to use towards any arcane barrier, potentially, but we still can't really wane too much of that arcane barrier threat with the amount of red pitches we have here. So it's going to be interesting to see what they have going on. They can't use D-Reacts from Arsenal because of the release attention, but still presenting lethal here with a 9. We'll see. We will see. So blocking with a brain freeze, so they're still dead. Aether Hail, they go down to 1. Channel Lake, they block it all. Okay, there we go. So they've blocked all of the damage. And then we can Arsenal the Bolton shot, I think. Yeah. So what they got? They got a Coronet Peak. Okay, so pay. We'll pay using the Fateful Scene. Cool. Right then. So they still got something going on. So let's. Do we want to activate the thing? Yeah, let's activate the thing. See if we can get some stuff going. Deadeye? No, probably not really going to be worth doing. So we'll put that to the bottom, and then we just release attention and fire this off at them. So we can still E-strike afterwards. Still got a blue in hand as well to pitch to potential any arcane damage stuff that comes in. So we're still in a okay position here, I think. They probably are going to try and stop the reload trigger happening as well. Okay, yeah, they're stopping the reload trigger. So now we can just come in for 7 with the E-strike. Probably should have chose draw a card because it's still lethal, but they go down to one life now after this. Sigil of Permafrost. What does that do? Okay, interesting. So go down to 2. Pass straight back to me. Okay. We're going to activate Death Dealer, pitching knock. Okay, so they're coming in now with some stuff. We will prevent the arcane, I think. Prevent 2. So now we can... This is interesting, right? Because we've already dealt with the interaction. So if we now crack our bullseye braces, that's going to cost us 1. Or do we just go for the red in the ledger? Because we could potentially go wide. Potentially. No, let's just do this. We're still going to draw a card, aren't we? What do we draw, though? That's the thing, isn't it? I think we're going to risk it. Do we risk it and put something in? Oh, I don't know what to do now. Ravenous Rabble. Okay, fine. Let's go. Pitching a yellow. What have we got? Come on, Rabble. What have we got? We can still activate Azalea after this as well. If we got an arrow on top. Command and Conquer on top. Okay. So we can actually access that as well, because we've got one floating plus the one in hand, so we can actually see them as well if we want to go for raw value, because we can get 10 damage instead. So we're coming in for 4, blocking with another Sigil of Permafrost, and then we're going to shoot them with... do we just do CNC? No, we use this. We keep the cards in hand, I think. Okay, fine. So, ended turn. Okay, fine. Right, let's just activate the cross wrap, see what's on top. Still got a blue in hand, so we've got to read the glide path. Doesn't really allow us to do anything off of the top, unfortunately, so we are going to bottom that. We are going to play read, see what's on top again. Take aim. Doesn't do enough. So let's fire this straight away. So this is going to have go again, obviously. 6 go again if it hits reload. Still got a tunic trigger available to us, plus a blue in hand, so we can still CNC after this if we need to. So they are blocking for 6, preventing the reload from happening, which is fine. Then we will activate the... do we just chuck the CNC at them? Yeah, I think so. CNC, baby. Still got a sink below to use. Oh, here comes an energy potion at instant speed. CNC, do they have any D-reacts? If they have D-reacts in hand, they lose, I think. Because they can't block with anything else, right? Yeah, we win. GG. Lovely old job. There we go. Didn't even say GG back. How dare you? So that's interesting. Our first win of the day, or of the night, should I say, coming against an Iyslander, of all things. So that was pretty good. Be interesting to actually watch that one back, because it was the constant seek and destroys that won me that game. It was the seek and destroy after seek and destroy after seek and destroy, which goes to show that you need to interact with Icelander's arsenal in order to win those matches. So the fact it was a little bit high rolly, the fact that I was getting those seek and destroys one after the other, which allowed me to just essentially play a normal game without them interacting with me on my turn. And it goes to show how powerful that ability is, right? So if they can't interact with you at instant speed on your turn, then it's still quite a back and forth game. So yeah, that was interesting. But probably we'll still have time for one more game before we finish off for tonight. But I appreciate everyone who's stuck around to the end here. But that was a great game to showcase on the channel today. So I mean that even still, again, I was high rolling quite a lot of the seek and destroys, but just goes to show that even Iyslander, you know, even the frost and the tax, you can still sort of have a game, whereas against DROMAI you can't have a game at all, to be honest. So it's just one of those things, isn't it? But yeah, thank you very much for everybody who's tuned in today. We're going to play one more game for tonight, and it's going to be an interesting few weeks. Going to be busy doing the teaser videos and the spoiler videos for the new card that I'm getting, or that we're getting, I should say. It's not my card; it's everyone's card. So. Azalea versus Azalea. Okay, here we go. Let's use Dreadbore against this one. And let's run CNCs. Battering bolt. Let's just go for tall. Let's go tall. Tall Timmy. Let's get rid of poisoner tips. Don't know why I put that in there. Sorry, Patrick, but they're never going to be used. Hamstring shot might be good. Sleep dart might be good. We could just go. Let's just chuck the whole fucking kitchen sink in there, shall we? Let's just go with it. Because we could potentially go to fatigue as well. So let's just chuck them all in there. Absolute dreadball fatigue. Let's go. Player 1 is disconnected. Oh, okay. It's a shame. Never mind. Player 1 is disconnected. Unfortunately, there we go. RHINAR. Okay. Let's go then with some blocking. Do we want to use Dreadbore? Nah, probably not against RHINAR. Poison tips. Take that out. Don't know why that's in there. Fatigue shot, yes. CNC, yes. Hamstring. And that's pretty much it, I think. Need quite a trim deck against RHINAR, I think. So let's go with that. Let's go first. So RHINAR for the last game of the night, we are playing against Mayo. Don't know who that is. So let's pitch the Death Dealer, and let's just go with pitch this. Let's get the fatigue shot in there. Let's get the hamstring shot in there. Draw. Read the glide path. Ravenous Rabble on top. Get up to the bottom. Fire it off for 1. 7 hamstring shot coming in on first turn. If it hits, their first attack costs 1 extra. So a little bit of extra tax for the people that like to attack. So blocking for 6, still letting the on hit go through by the looks of it. Nope, blocking with a tome. There we go. Getting a tome of Fine Dan out of there. And we're going to put the fatigue shot on our arse. Because obviously that can also affect and devalue a lot of the brute stuff. Fatigue shots. Hope everyone's having a nice night tonight. Thanks for joining us today. Let me know what you're doing if you're in the chat. At the moment, it's all Andres, all Cementenium in the chat there. Look at that. Thanks for your suggestions in the last game. We did win that in the end. So here comes a barraging beatdown, intimidating the headshot away from my hand, so I can't use it. Just finishing work. What, this time of night? God, you work late, didn't you? Working late, Andres? Jeez. So coming in for 10. Alrighty. Interesting. So we've got a fatigue shot on our arsenal, so we can at least play that out. So I guess we just block with everything here. Take 1. At least we can still... Oh, okay. Oh, I completely forgot that we don't have to block with all that. So let's block with 2 cards, and then just come back with a fatigue shot after we've opted. That's pretty much it. So let's opt. Release attention on top. We could actually leave that on top. Activate Azalea, draw card. Yeah, we could do that. So let's activate Azalea. Put this in. Activate Death Dealer. Pitch Red in the Ledger. Draw. And then fire this at them for 9. So a nice little interaction. Big swings coming in here. So presented 10, blocked, presented 9. So who has got the bigger swings, baby? Who has got the bigger swings? They are blocking with 2 cards. So we're going to take 3 as it stands. Going down to 37 if they don't block with anything else. So they are going to be doing that. They are going to be taking 3. And life still remains. So coming in for 6 intimidation. So if we block 3, we also go down to 3. And then we can potentially Death Dealer a card. So yeah, we're going to be trading blows here. We are going to take 3. So we are going to 37 as well. 2 mid-range decks going at it. So we are going to first of all use Ravenous Rabble to see what's on top, I think. It is a... What do we got? Fateful Scene on top. So we are going to draw the Fateful Scene, which is a bit of a shame. So we're going to use Tunic to activate Death Dealer, put Remorseless in there and draw. And then we're going to fire the Remorseless, pitching the Drill Shot. So coming in for 5... They are going to take it. And we're going to Arsenal the Fateful Scene. So we've got 2 Fateful Scenes in hand now. Coming in for Barraging Beatdown, getting rid of the Deadeye from our hand. Then coming in for Riled Up, interesting, for 10 damage. Still retaining that 1 card in hand. So this is obviously needs to be blocked twice to get the Barraging Beatdown effect out of the way. So I guess we just block with... We don't have any attacks next to us. I think we just double Fateful Scene this, to be honest. I think we just double Fate it. Leave the Bolton Shot on top, I think. Yeah, so fully block that out. And they do now have a 5-card hand with the Arsenal. So we are going to play a... So the Bolton Shot's on top. So if we pitch the Fatigue Shot, if we pitch to Release Attention into that, we can draw... If we pitch the yellow into that, we're going to have 1 left over to draw. Yeah, so that's probably the best thing to do. So we activate Death Dealer, pitch the yellow, put the Fatigue Shot into the Arsenal and draw the Bolton Shot, but that means we can't use that. That's a problem. That's a shame. We can't do both. Okay, so we're just going to Release Attention. This will devalue their next attack quite a lot, though. So this is coming in for 8. 8, no D-reacts from Arsenal, and if it hits, it halves their next attack value, which is quite a lot against brutes. They want to be going tall. Oasis Respite. Okay, interesting. I decided to leave early and finish some stuff at home. Oh, fair enough. So they are preventing 4 damage here, gaining a life. Will they block with other cards, or are they going to let 4 go through here? Blocking with 2 cards. Okay, interesting. We're going to Arsenal this, and then it's our turn, because they're not going to play the card, they're just going to Arsenal it. So let's activate the Cross Wrap, see what's on top. Seek and Destroy's on top. Okay, we probably will leave that on top. It's a shame we can't really access that Seek and Destroy now, unless we play the Deadeye, give this go again. Yeah, let's do that. I think we do that. Play the Deadeye, pitching the Fateful Scene. Give this go again. Fire it off. So this is coming in for 7 go again if it hits reload. So that's fine. It's going to reload. Oh, they're Fateful Scening it. Okay, that's fine. Pass. So then we're going to use Death Dealer to pitch Ravenous Rabble. No, I guess we just... Nah, we just... Let's do the pressure. Let's do the pressure play here, I think. 4 go again if it hits reload. They're not allowing this reload to hit, are they? Ravenous Rabble. Coming in at 4. 4, revealing Seek and Destroy. So deciding to go wide there, using a bit of equipment to be able to do so, but just trying to keep the pressure on. They're depleted their hand, pretty much. They're going to go down to... They are going to block it all. Okay, fair enough. And they're going to pass straight back to us. We're going to have a Tunic trigger available to us now, so this is a Vile turn coming up here. So we are going to pitch to Tunic. Use a Tunic, sorry, to activate Death Dealer. Load in Red Ledger and draw. Oh boy. Seek and Destroy. Read the Glide Path. And we'll fire this off, pitching the Sink below. So this is coming in for 11 damage. They're going to gain some life first, though. 11 damage. And they can only play 1 action if it hits. And it destroys their hand and arsenal if it hits as well. So quite a lot of damage coming in here for Ren the Ledger. Potentially 13 damage rather with the Rain Razors, but it depends on how much damage they take as to whether I'm going to bother playing this. They are just going to block a lot of it. So I think I'm just going to take the win here with the damage, trade, and arsenal the Rain Razors. Okay, they're using the crown as well. Well, they really don't want this to hit, do they? Okay, we've taken away all of their cards, so let's just take that as a win. Straight back to us. Okay, Skullbone Cross Wrap. Release attention on top. Okay, we could probably draw that. So yeah, we could go very tall here as well with a hamstring shot. So we're going to leave that on top. Play out the Rain Razors. Then we're going to play Take Aim. Reload this. Then we are going to... oh, we could have accessed that off the top. That's okay, never mind. And then we'll just... So that's coming in for quite a lot of damage. Let's Take Aim again, and then let's fire this away. 13 damage of a hamstring shot. 13 damage with a hamstring shot. That's quite a lot of damage coming in. Sink below. Still taking 3 after all of that. And the next attack... Oh, double sink below. Okay, not bad. So I've blocked all the damage again. So we've got all of the tempo right now. We don't have a attack in hand, but luckily we do have the knock. So we are going to do that. And we are going to go get something that devalues their attacks. They are blocking quite a lot, though. We still do have the card advantage, but we are going to go and get a fatigue shot here. Reload in the yellow read the glide path. Activate Azalea's ability. Give this dominate. Use the release attention just in case they have any arsenal defense reactions. Then we're going to fire this off. 8 dominate at them. No D-reacts from Arsenal. If it hits, their next attack gets halved in value. We are burning quite a few cards. The deck size does remain the same. We do have a little bit of a life advantage. But we've had some pretty big swings. They've been able to block a lot of it. So we'll see what happens here. Just gaining life. Just gaining lots of life now. 10 life difference. They got 1 action point from Scabbies. So that didn't really work. They got a fatigue shot trigger on the stack as well, so their next attack's going to be halved. I think he's going for fatigue. Yeah, most likely. But still, if he's going to fatigue, I've still got 1 extra card than he has right now. So we will see. I can pretty much take a big hit from him, so we are going to take this damage from the Mandible Claw, go down to 34, and then they're going to Arsenal and just go to fatigue, like you say, Andrew, is exactly that. So let's do Tunic, Death Dealer, Drill Shot, draw. Take Aim, Deadeye pitching E-Strike, and then fire this at them for 10. So 7 going through. We are going to put a -1 counter on. It doesn't really matter, I guess, at this point, because they're all pretty much broken. Then we're going to Arsenal the Bolt and Shot. Scabbies rolling a 1. Oh dear. And then they obviously cracked their Gamblers to gain 2 action points instead. Fair enough. So Savage Feast coming in. RHINAR trigger. 6 damage. 6 damage. There's no go again. Well, they have 1 action point after this, so I guess we just block with a red in the ledger. Take 3, go down to 31. And we could probably block with the other CNC and then just CNC them on our turn. I guess we take this. Still got an 8 life advantage. Another Mandible Claw coming in, and obviously they're saving their Arsenal cards, so it just makes sense for us to block with this CNC and then just CNC them back afterwards to get rid of that Arsenal card. Let's first of all opt to see what's on top for the defensive turn. Seeking Destroy, that can go to the bottom, I think, for now. And then we're just going to CNC them for 6. Leaving the Arsenal card in there. forcing 2 cards away from their hand at least if they don't want to blow up if they don't want the arsenal destroyed. Which is exactly what they're doing, blocking with 2. Quite a defensive turn here with 2 red cards, but they could just easily intimidate us. So we are going to... we've got no buff, so we can't really get the bolt and shot out effectively, which is a bit of a shame. So unless if we pass, first of all, just see what's on top, might be able to access that card through the draw or the dominate with Fateful Seal or Sink Below. So we are going to have a look first with this. Let this resolve. It's a headshot on top. Okay, we can leave that on top, I think, for a 6 dominate. Plus a rabble. So we are just going to take 2 here, I think. So we're going to activate Azalea's ability. Headshot. Then we're going to rabble. Revealing a Sink Below. Okay. So they're also using their Sink Below as well. Fine. And then we're going to shoot this at them, pitching the red in the ledger. So at least we've got another defensive. We've got quite another defensive turn coming up. But coming in for 6 dominate. It's going to leak some damage, I hope. Yeah. And then arsenal this sink, draw the other sink, and then we got some bolt and shots next turn. Not really much we can do with those either, because obviously they need to be buffed in order to be played well. So they're rolling Scabbies, rolled a 2 and gained 1 action point. So they're only doing 1 thing this turn. Using the Alpha Rampage. Okay, maybe not. So they've undid the Alpha Rampage twice. So they're going to barraging Beatdown first of all, and then use the Heart and Cross Strap to come in with another Alpha Rampage, intimidating a fair amount of cards away here. So we are going to block with the Perch Grapplers now. We are also going to block with the Bolt and Shot, and then we will pass and Sink Below to prevent quite a bit of damage there. Well, preventing all of it, in fact. So then we're going to use Tunic, Death Dealer, probably going to get the Bolt and Shot in there. Sorry, the Drill Shot. Have a look at the next card. It's Remorseless. Keep that on top. Activate Azalea. Put that in there. Fire it off. Pitching the other Bolt and Shot. So coming in for 7 dominate. Not bad. At least you've got something to put in our arsenal for intimidate triggers on the defense as well. Obviously, this is going to hurt them if they play action cards. They are going to lose life if this hits. And they can't defend with any reactions from their arsenal either. So, pretty good. So, we're going to take 4 unless they have a D-react. No, we're going to add this to our arsenal then and pass straight back to them. So, obviously, every action card they play is going to cost them an extra life with the Remorseless trigger. We do have a substantial life advantage now. They are going to roll Scabbies and rolled a 1. That's a shame. They are going to gain some life, though. But this Sigil is now stuck in our arsenal, but we do have a Knot of Death Whistle to the rescue, potentially. But we're going to see what's on top first. Sink Below, that can go to the bottom. Okay, so we are going to play Knock then. Go and get a... don't have many arrows left, so they are definitely going to fatigue. So we are going to have to go and get maybe something that goes a little bit wider. But we don't have enough cards in hand to be able to do that. So let's just go for the damage with Red and Ledger. Let's bring that out with Dominate. Then we will play Read the Glide Path. That can go to the bottom. And then we'll just fire this off, pitching the Deadeye. So coming in for 8 Dominate, potentially 10, because obviously of the Rain Razors. So let's just Rain Razors that. Put it up to 10. So 7 damage. They passed straight back to us, by the looks of it. So we are going to activate Death Dealer, pitching the Drill Shot. Put in the Drill Shot draw. And then fire this off for 4. Not really much we can do here. It is going to fatigue. They are just going to try and block everything out now and swing with their weapons, by the looks of it. Let that hit. Oh, GG. They just gave up in the end. They just gave up. Okay, so people that stuck around to the end, we saw 2 wins for Azalea there. One against IYSLANDER, one against RHINAR. They was just... I don't know why they just decided to quit. Did have quite a big life advantage. So maybe they just thought, nah, I'm just gonna quit. Because I could essentially take enough damage in order to keep them blocking, potentially. Maybe that's what it was. E-strike as well coming up with read the glide path, so could have went quite wide with some Bolton shots and E-strikes. So we'll see. But I bet they just gave up in the end. Mayo, obviously wasn't enough mayonnaise there. Wasn't enough spice in the deck to kill Azalea. But hey-ho, Mayo, unfortunately, didn't get through in the end. It's a shame. But that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. But yeah, we just won against RHINAR. So the matches we've had today, been a few different ones. So we had VISERAI earlier, which was quite close. We had KATSU. VISERAI, KATSU, the first matchup. What was the first matchup? DROMAI, of course. We lost that, didn't we? And then we had 2 games on the end there, which we obviously won. So we won against IYSLANDER and RHINAR at the end, which is pretty good. So let's do one more. One more game. Let's do one more, shall we? Let's join this one, whatever this one is. BRIAR. Okay, right. Let's go with the Dreadball. Let's go with the Dreadball list. Let's go for the full shebang. Because this is going to be Fatigue BRIAR. I've got a feeling it's going to be Fatigue BRIAR. So let's just put the whole fucking kitchen sink in there, shall we? Let's just go with old school Aztec. The whole list. Just imagine if this is Red Line Aggro. Channel Mount Heroic. Let's see if it is or not. If we see a Reaping Blade, I think we're okay with regards to what we've done here. Shit. Bollocks. We've whiffed on that gambit. Hey ho, this is a Red Line BRIAR. Fantastic. So we are going to pitch the arcane damage, pitching a blue. So this is pure Red Line BRIAR. And we've chose to run 69 cards, giggity. Never mind. E-strike coming in now for 5. Go again. Alright. We'll block with our own E-strike. And take 2, I guess. 7. Go again. Wow. Okay. Let's block with the Perch Grapplers, I guess. Fuck me. Alright. Okay. Right then, so we've got Dreadball on the list, which is pretty useless, really. Now that we have not have not played the successful gambit, so let's just 5 go again if it hits reload. Turned on all the time by Dreadball. Let's reload this. Activate cross wrap. Deadeye, you can stay on the top, and then we'll fire this off as well for 5. Remorseless, which will hurt them. Blocking with, they're not letting that attack hit, are they? Let's be honest. Cool. Right, Sonata, Bramble Spark and Earthlaw Surge, and then we got Scar for a Scar coming in for 4 damage. Go again. Let's let that hit go down to 34. And they're going to Arsenal pass straight back. Okay, cool. Right, so let's first of all... so if we play this, pitching this, and we play this, pitching this, we can't actually get the Red in the Ledger. So we just need to put the Red in the Ledger in there, don't we? With Bullseye, maybe? Robust Trey saying nice card bank. So let's just play the Deadeye, pitching the Drill Shot. Then let's just go balls to the wall, I think. 9 Red in the Ledger. 9 Red in the Ledger, baby. What are you gonna do? Fully blocking with everything. Alrighty. Cool. Rosetta for 2 damage. Alright, we'll take it. Let's go. Back to me again. So let's just C&C, shall we? C&C. They really don't want their arsenal destroyed. Fair enough. And that's pretty much it. So we are going to arsenal the bolt and shot. No, knock. Ravenous Rabble for 3. Okay. 3 go again. We'll block a fatigue shot. We don't need fatigue shots in this game. Coming in for Yellow Snatch for 3. Alrighty. Let's block for another bolt shot. End turn. Nice. So yeah, we will probably knock Death Whistle here. Go and get a Remorseless, I think. Yeah. Reload the Take Aim. Activate Azalea. Give this Dominate. Play the Release Attention. And then fire it off at them for 8 Dominate. Try and push some damage through on the Remorseless. They are going to take it. Okay. Alright, they're taking the damage. They're going to go wide. They're going to go very wide now. Remorseless effect is now active. Grasp. Do have a blue in hand, so we can prevent some arcane damage at least with the rune chance and stuff, but here it comes. Rune chance. It's picture blue, coming in for 7. Alrighty. Let's block for 6. Our turn. Nice. We're going to pass. Straight back into the arsenal. Not much we can do there. Here comes a big attack. Here comes a big boy. For 8. Holy moly. So they could Snapdragon this, I guess. Couldn't they? Let's block for block. Take damage, go to 28. Here comes Grasp. Creating a Rune Chante. Undid their last action. Okay, they're going for it. We're going to opt with the cross wrap. Bolt and shot on top. We'll leave that on top because it's a blue. We can't actually do anything here, though. We can't get the headshot into the arsenal and draw it, so we could just... Let's just pass. Let's just pass back. Double Bramble Spark followed by a Sonata. Okay, interesting. Reverting back to a game state prior to that effect. Okay, nice. Let's prevent 1 pitching a blue. So we've got 2 left over, so we can prevent 2 other arcane damage there. So prevent 1 there, prevent 1 there, and then coming in for 7 with Go Again. All right, if it hits, people can get some stuff. All right, so we're playing a bit of UPF now, which is nice. We'll block for headshot and then pass, and then we'll sink below it as well. We will sink the Remorseless to the bottom, drawing a Ravenous Rabble. Okay. Coming in with another Ravenous Rabble for 4. We'll pass, we'll take that. Going down to 23. We can activate Azalea blindly here, I think, just to see what we get. Headshot. Okay, nice. We can do that. So 4 Go Again, followed by a headshot for 6 Dominate. Not bad. Not bad. Bit of high rolling going on there. Leaking some damage. They don't really care about that though, do they? Let's be honest. 16-23. They've got 5 card hands though. We got 1 card that doesn't block and 2 other cards that block for 2. So we are going to take a shitload of damage here by the looks of it. Force of Nature turn as well. Great. Fantastic. Here we go. Scar for a scar. Coming in for 5. Okay, let's block the 5 then. We are going to take some serious damage. E-strike. Coming in for 7. Alright, we have to block with this. Take 5. Oh dear. Giving it go again as well. Go to 18. Force of Nature trigger. Draw a card. Here we go. Grasp of the Art Knight. Rune Chant. Pitch. We'll pitch the Brain Razors. Why not? Pitch 1. Take 2. Go down to 15. Okay, pass. Pass straight back. Talisman of Warfare. Okay, 7. Go again if it hits draw. We'll pass. Sink below. Sinking the poisoner tips to the bottom. 4. Go again. Block 4. Pass. Pure grind. Absolute grind fest. Do I prevent damage? No. Coming in for 9 with go again. Jesus Christ. Okay. We'll leave the CNC in hand. Yeah, it's just too much damage sources coming in at the moment, unfortunately. We'll block this. Gorganian Tome, okay. Another Bramble Spark, red. Yellow Snatch coming in for 6. We will pitch a blue to prevent damage. Blocking for 6 with a Deadeye and a Bolt and Shot. Prevent the on-hit. Grasp. Creating a Rune Chant. Just lots of hybrid damage coming in at us. Prevent 1. Exude. Block of a CNC, I guess. And the Skull Bone as well. She needs to play the fatigue game, I think. She needs to keep blocking, see if we can do that. But there's going to be loads of damage coming in at us here. 9 go again. Jesus Christ. Okay. Just can't keep up, unfortunately. Not much we can really do here. 4 go again. We just take damage. Take damage. Nothing we can do. Channel Mount Heroic. Here it comes. Lightning Surge for 7. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of tank Briars recently, so having this one face me is just very strange recently. Activate Azalea blindly, why not? Just fire it away. Fire it away. They don't care at this point. They've got a Channel Mount Heroic out, so it's going to be steamy steamroller time. But here we go. Cowabunga. Oh, wow. Wow. Lol. 10 go again. Wow, look at that. Amazing. Ridiculous. That was not the right decision. to go with the Dreadbore full kitchen sink list. But that's what I thought I was coming up against, a tank Briar. I've faced quite a few tank Briars today, but maybe it's best just to stick with the original thing. We'll play another one because I don't think we have any time. I think the missus has gone to bed already, so we'll just crack on another one. Channel Mount Heroic. Fuck me. It's stupid, isn't it? Stupid card. I'm going to play a Lightning Surge for 10 go again, and yes, I'm going to play a KATSU Connotation for 10, so I'm 20 damage with 2 cards. Hilarious. Bravo. Okay, let's go. I think we choose the Death Dealer here. We do run the Perch Grapplers for block. But yeah, Fatigue Shot goes in, Sleep Dart goes in to prevent Dominate. I think CNCs also go in as well. We take out the Poisoner Tips. I think that's probably it. Red and the Ledgers don't really do much against Bravo. I think we might take out the Red and the Ledgers, put Hamstring Shots in instead. Because Hamstring Shots might actually screw up some maths. And then we'll put in some Battering Bolts as well, I think. Yeah, this could go wrong, but we'll see. Because Red and the Ledgers just don't do anything, really, against Bravo. To be honest. Just don't do anything. Bravo bros, let's go. What you got for me? What you got for me, Seba? Anothos for 6, turn 1. Pitching a Pummel, okay. So we've got 4. Let's block with a Hamstring and take 1. Okay, right. So I guess we can load a Sleep Dart in and fire it. We can go and get something off of the knock, which probably might be the better idea, to go get like a Drill Shot or something to dominate a Drill Shot. But there's not much value coming off of that though, is there? I think we just fire the Sleep Dart and see. No, we just played knock, so I guess we're just playing knock. Let's just go and get Drill Shot. Let's try and whittle down the fridge, I guess. Probably should have just played something into Death Dealer, but we are gonna take it. All right, so let's just devalue their crown and then Arsenal the Sink Below. Double Sink Belows in hand here. So you might be able to stop a big attack to a certain degree. They're activating Bravo. Okay. Here we go. Or they undid their last action. Okay, 9 Dominate. So we can stop the Crush effect here unless they do have a Pummel in hand. So interesting decision as to what we want to do. Probably block for. So if it goes up to 14, we need to block 8, 11. Yes, we need to chuck this under it really. We'll get rid of the read the glide path with the sink. So we'll see if they react over the top of this. If they do react over the top of this, nothing happens. Of course. Absolutely. Oh, fantastic. So we are just going to buff power the Enlightened Strike here, I think. Are they going to use cards to block this? We're still going to have a Sink Below in our arsenal, which is good. They're trading their Enlightened Strike for mine and taking 4 on the end, by the looks of it, unless they want to de-react the rest of the damage away. But they are trading cards here. Nope, they're going to take 4 off of that. Fine. We got a double de-react again here, 1 from hand, 1 from Arsenal, so we'll see what happens with this. C&C, okay. They are going to blow up the de-react, which I guess is okay if we block with a drill shot. Maybe the Remorseless. Take the 3 and then do another drill shot, I think. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Take 3, destroy Sink Below in the Arsenal. Unless they pummel it, yeah, okay, fair enough. So we are going to discard the other Fateful Scene, unfortunately. But yeah, we can use Drill Shot for 6. Whittle down the armor again. Their Arsenal is expended, which is nice. So we are going to keep the card advantage here. They are blocking with a Crater Fist to prevent 2 of it. Or they undid their blocks, okay. Blocking with some armor here for 4. And Imposing Visage. So nice to see they're blocking with pretty much everything there. We're going to Arsenal this and pass. Tear Asunder, okay. And this is going to be a Anathos for 7 Dominate if it hits discard, what, 2 cards? That's madness, isn't it? If it hits discard 2 cards, okay. 2, 3, discard 2 cards. That's crazy, isn't it? Discard 2 cards. It's outrageous. So we are going to discard the... These 2, I think. Like, at least we can knock for another Dominated Drill Shot to just whittle the armor down. So let's just keep going, get the drill shots. Should whittle the armor down. Take away the Iron Rot legs next, I think. Oh, sinking it. Fair enough. 3 CNCs in hand. Are you joking? Fuck me. That's ridiculous. Double CNC hand. Wow. That's outrageous. What a brick hand that was. Never seen anything like that before. 3 CNCs. Yeah. Jesus. Even they were like, what a hand. Block with 2 CNCs. Brilliant. Tech plating. That was a whiff hand. That was awful, wasn't it? So now coming in with another CNC, which is just going to blow up my CNC. So I guess we just block. Just leaking all sorts of damage now, though, aren't they? That's a problem. We just block for 6. It's outrageous. Crap value. Really is. CNC for CNC. All sorts of C's and C's going on here. Holy moly. Crown's blocking for 1. Five-card hand Bravo. This is going to be not very nice. Tear Asunder again coming in. Just ripping cards away. Spinal Crush. My god. 10 Dominate. Discard 2. Just try and get this in the arsenal, see what happens. What have we got? Oh. Can't gain go again. Whoops. Because I was spinal crushed. Never mind. I was spinal crushed, so I couldn't actually gain go again. Whoopsie daisy. Misplay. Oh, wow. Never mind. It's now their turn. Another Tear Asunder. Wow. Okay. So here we go again. A Nothos with a Tear Asunder. Just hemorrhaging cards from this Tear Asunder. Dominate as well, so there's nothing I can do to stop it. So I'm going to have to discard 2 cards here and take damage, which is just outrageous. So I'm just going to pass. Discard 2 cards. Discard this and this. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Okay. They got a horrible hand coming up next, and they got maybe Dominated Crippling Crush or something. Yeah, it's not going to be very nice, is it? Dearie me, 7 go again. Take 1. Let me see what 3 cards after this. Holy moly. Tech Plating. Pummeled Nothos. Bravo Bros warned me about this loop that I'm about to get into. So this is essentially a 10 right now. So I go down to 3 if I don't block this, essentially. So yeah, I have lost right now, essentially. Because that's a pummel. Let's just pass. Okay. No pummel. Alright. Well, there's not really much we can do here, unfortunately. Fatigue Shot. Bit of a high roll there as to you know, getting ourselves out of that, you know, but still, it's not going to make much difference, I don't think. They're blocking for 2, so block with 1 more card, they stop the on-hit. Yeah, blocking with Opposing Visage. Cool. Tech Plating, Floating 2, E-Strike. What's the E-Strike going to be? Card was put on the bottom of the deck. Coming in for 5 go again. So what's this going to be after this? A 2-cost CNC in Arsenal, I imagine. So we definitely chuck our E-Strike in front of this, and then we probably got a CNC after this with the 2 floating. So I guess we just pass, take 2, and obviously go to see the CNC afterwards. Yeah. For 6. Okay, so we need to block like this. We'll go to 1. Let's go to 1, shall we? Alright, let's go. Death Dealer, pitched Sleep Dart. Do we pitch Sleep Dart or do we pitch Headshot? Deactivate the Dominate? Yeah, I think we need to do that now, don't we? Pitch Headshot, Sleep Dart, Seek and Destroy, and then fire this off for 8. Turn off the hero ability. Still, 8's quite a lot of damage, but maybe there's unmovable or something that they have there. No? Okay. Double D react hand, turned off Dominate, but if there's a Tear Asunder there or something that just has on-stick Dominate, I think I'll just die. E-Strike, okay. 5 go again. So that's annoying because we just have to block with 2 cards. I'm going to sink the Fateful Scene, I think. It's got Go Again, though, so how... They can still Unothos afterwards, can't they? It's a shame. Never mind. Not going to be able to do much after this. Five to 1. They do have a Seek and Destroy on the stack, so makes sense that they're using all their cards, but I'm just going to be passing straight back, which is going to be the death of me. If they can just dominate anything, they win, unfortunately. What time is it where I am, Justin? It is 10:30 in the evening, so 8 dominate, I just die. I just die, unfortunately. Yeah, 10:30 at night. So this is a longer stream than what I normally do. You died because you didn't draw Poison the Tips. Absolutely, great game. This was the only reason. That's true, actually, Patrick. I think you're absolutely right. The fact I died during that game was because I didn't have Poison the Tips. I think you're absolutely right there. It was fun playing against you. Oh, was it you? Was it? Nice. Fantastic. Cementenium, pure stream sniping there. Fantastic. But yeah, you've got absolute knowledge with the deck, which is good. Yeah, the Tear Asunders were just horrible. The fact that I was just having to discard 2 cards on a weapon swing is just absolutely vile. Discarding 2 cards on a goddamn weapon swing costs you what? Just the one card with the Tear Asunder? It costs me so much more. But got back into it fairly towards the end there. But yeah, the Dominate on the stick obviously killed me in the end. But yeah, cheers Patrick, thank you very much. Yeah, we'll see you very, very soon. Again, not a lot of experience with the Queen. Azalea, yeah. Yeah, cheers Patrick, thank you. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, there's still people here watching, so I think we could just carry on for a bit longer. We'll play another one. Oh bollocks! I just closed off the music. Ah, damn! I just closed off the music. Bear with me one sec while I sort that out. We'll just change over to this one quickly. But yeah, it's been a good night so far. Obviously, still got a bit of time. So we'll play one more and then we'll call it after that, I think. So let me just get this this music back up. Let's play this one instead. LA Synthwave. I'll mute the adverts. Okay, here we go. Skip. Cool. Right, let's do this again then. Do one more game. Is this you again, is it? Cementenium? Round 2, is it? Is this you, is it, Andres? Is it you again, sir? No, it's not. Alright. Okay, interesting. So I'm playing Bravo again. So... I think we don't use battering bolts. I think we just keep these. I think maybe the blue bolt and shots just to go extra wide, and the fatigue shots. So run a few extra cards against Bravo. I think maybe. But yeah, it is a tough one. Bravo is a tough one. I'm just watching Sleeper. Fatigue. Yeah, I did put fatigue in. I did just put it in. Luckily, I nearly missed it, but it did go in. F the music. What does that mean? Fuck the music? Or is it too loud? Maybe it's too loud. What does F the music mean? Does that mean the music's shit? Or does it mean it's good? What does it mean? I've never heard that term before. Well, I might have done. 8 dominate straight away. Can't gain power on my attacks, which is pretty disgusting. Which pretty much devalues the entire first turn. That is horrendous. Chokeslam, can't gain any power. That is awful. That is awful. So I guess we just block with a Deadeye, take 5, and then just do nothing on our turn. Wow. Chokeslam kills us badly. RIP the music. Well, the music's back on now. Yeah, I can't go wide, unfortunately, because my power's been taken away. My buffs have been taken away, so I can't even do that now. So I'm just gonna have to pitch the Seek and Destroy to the bottom, load in this, and that's it. Fire for 3. Nothing I can do. They just ruined my entire turn. But they're sinking below a Bolton shot, so that's interesting. So they are blocking 3, I guess. All right, and we're going to add the Read the Glide Path to the arsenal because it doesn't block very well. Probably a red hand. Yeah, maybe. Okay, tech plating. Looks like they do have a red hand. Okay, 6 for an Othos. We just take it. I mean, Bolton shot on top. Okay, we'll leave that on top, I guess. So I'll play Read the Glide Path. Leave that on top. Activate Death Dealer, pitching knock. Put this into the arsenal and draw, and then we're going to fire this. Leave that on top for the next turn. So fires for 8, go again if it hits reload. Probably could have gone a little bit wider with this. So they're blocking all of this here, so that's fair enough. Sod it, let's just bullseye. 3 go again. If it hits reload. Blocking with tech plating and Crater Fist. Okay, nice. They must have been scared about the 2 floating, maybe, that I had there. Crippling Crush, no dominate. Okay, interesting. So we block for 2. Block for 3. Pass and Fateful Scene. Leave that on top. Yeah, this is awful. Leave that on top. Release tension. Marcus Brown, good evening. How are you doing? Your chat is like 2 minutes behind for me. Yeah, it's always a little bit behind. Although there might be a button where you can click to go live, but it's always a tiny little bit behind. Just the nature of streaming on YouTube, it's always a little bit behind. Marcus, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Not sure if I've seen or remember your name in the chat, actually. This Bravo's given so much armor so early. Yeah, but I've given him so much life so early. I've given him 13 life already. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I met you at Worlds. I was dressed as Bravo. This is true. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yes. I remember now, yeah. Oh, yeah, Marcus from Twitter. Yeah, of course. I'm also English. Yeah, I do remember you now, actually. Absolutely. Coming in for 4 with this. We just Fateful Scene this then, I guess. Red and Ledger on top. Red and Ledger just doesn't do much against Bravo. So let's just get out to the bottom, I think. We can draw it, though. But that's not going to do anything, I don't think, is it? So our next turn, if we play Death Dealer, pitching a Seek, we put the Bolton Shot in there and draw the Red and Ledger, we can't really play it. So let's get out to the bottom. Hopefully we draw, I don't know, maybe another Bolton Shot or something on top. That's not going to make a difference either, though, because we're not going to be able to play it, are we? Cool, so we block that Anothos out at least. Let's just activate Death Dealer, pitching a Seek and Destroy, put this into the arsenal and draw. Then we play this, fire this. 7 go again if it hits reload. If it hits as well, they discard their hand and arsenal, which is quite nice. At the end of their turn anyway, that is. Okay, they're going to let it hit unless they have D-reacts. Okay, we're going to reload a card then. We are going to opt for the E-Strike on top. Just little bits of chip damage coming through here. He may just play out his whole hand, probably. Well, I guess he has to, because he's going to lose it anyway. He's going to lose it to the Seek and Destroy trigger, so he is going to have to play it all out. He's been hit with Seek and Destroy, so he's going to play his whole hand out unless he wants to waste it. So he's going to play it all out, essentially. So it's probably why he's taking the damage, just so he can just throw another crippling at me or something. Yeah, here we go. Dominated something. Here we go. Dominated crippling. Lovely old job. So we are gonna discard 2 regardless. So the only thing we can do really is block with the Sink Below. It's going to be at random, so there's no point really in trying to filter with the hand here. So we are going to take quite a lot of damage. Not going to bother. Just going to be random discards. Keeping the E-Strike, not bad, I guess. We're going to pass and just arsenal this. Taking the turn away, and this is an awful hand. This is really bad. No blocking potential at all with a double Rain Razors. So this is the big turn for them now to just really take me out of the game. So I've got no blocking potential at all here, unfortunately. Use it or lose it, absolutely. Yeah, he had to discard his whole hand there, and luckily he had a Crippling Crush to use, plus the Bravo Dominate. You know, Bravo with a stacked hand is just dangerous, really, isn't it? Very dangerous. CNC coming in here with no potential pummel behind it, but I can't block very well, so I guess I'll just take this damage and go to 14. Because I've got a Tunic trigger available next turn. I guess we just take damage. Unfortunately, we just take it, go to 14. Not much we can really do there. So we are going to have to lose one of these cards in hand to knock to go get a card. So I guess that's going to be one of the Rain Razors, isn't it? So, yeah. So the best card at this point probably is going to be like Fatigue Shots or something to just try and devalue their attacks. So we are just going to have to go and get that, aren't we? We're going to reload this. We're going to activate Azalea to give this Dominate. And then we're going to release the tension. Activate Tunic to fire this off at them for 8 Dominate, but it's going to be 10 because of the Rain Razors. No D-Reacts from Arsenal because of the release of tension effect. Yeah, so chat is slightly behind. Yeah, 710M, I did take the damage. You're absolutely right. I'm just going to play this Rain Razors over the top. 10 dominate. 16 to 14 now. Their next attack value is halved. So it's probably just going to be like a pummeled Anothos or something now. Because that doesn't affect... Fatigue Shot doesn't affect weapons. It's only attack actions. So they're probably just going to swing an Anothos at me and then pummel it. That's probably a good way around it. Still activating the tectonic plating, so they are going to swing some attack at me by the looks of it, unless they're trying to filter their hand. Activating Bravo and then coming in with another choke slam, which is coming in for 4 dominate. There is a pummel over the top of this as well because of the Arsenal card. So that's the thing. We are gonna take this damage. We are gonna take the discard effect. So we're probably gonna have to block. We'll block some of it. We are going to get pummeled and discard a card, but then at least we can then discard the Rabble and come back with a CNC. Yeah, there it is. So we are going to discard this Rabble, unfortunately, and then just come back with a CNC. Unfortunately, not threatening any Arsenal, but threatening 6 damage, I guess, is better than nothing. But yeah, taking 5, going to 11. Yeah, Bravo over full hand, 11 to 10. It's going to be tough to get back into this now. They're probably going to interact with my hand in some way as well, or just force some horrendous crush effects damage through. Our next turn doesn't really... I mean, it could be quite good with the Remorseless, keeping him at bay with the losing life effect. But yeah, the Dominate is just going to be coming through here for some serious damage. 1 floating as well, so it could be a crippling, a dominated crippling, which is just game over if that's the case. Dominated spinal. Okay, so no go again. So that screws me as well then, really, because I can't activate the bow, which sucks. So we just chuck Red and Ledger underneath this. That's all we can do, really. We can chuck the Tunic under it, but I don't think we're going to survive long enough to get that. So yeah, we'll just try and soak up damage here. So we're going to take 5, go to 5, lose our turn. So Spinal Crush is essentially just take an extra turn if it hits, which is what they're going to be doing here. So we are pretty much dead, unfortunately. Pretty much dead after that. Spinal Crush just means you can't activate the bow, you can't do anything unless you've got an attack action, which is quite rare. So yeah, we're dead now, pretty much. Take 1. But even with my spoiler card in this matchup, I don't know whether it would have made a difference. Even with the raw power that my spoiler card is, I'm not sure if it would have made a difference in this matchup in particular. But it is a good one, and I can't wait to show it to everybody. Coming in with Cranial Crush for 8. Alright then, so we are just going to have to block all of this as well, unfortunately. E-Strike on top, not really much we can do with that, unfortunately. So we are just going to be passing straight back. It's just a sense of when they can dominate me now, really. Tear asunder. Here we go. Tear my arse open with an Othos. 5 dominate. Pass. Sink. Probably going to die. We'll sink this to the bottom, I guess. Discard 2 random cards. Well, discard 2 cards even. So I guess we just discard Rabble and Reed. Probably just going to take the damage now. It's not going to be enough to interact with them. It's maybe 7 damage. Well, they are blocking 1 of it, but it's not enough. 8 to 1. We're dead. We are dead. Marcus, do you think Death Dealer will get a reprint, or is it going to be the new token bow? I think it's going to be the new, I think it's going to be a new token bow. I think it's going to be a new token bow. Based on what James White's already said to us about aim counters, I think it's going to be a new bow that cares about that. I think we're just dead now to a pummel. Yeah, there we go. GG. But yeah, I think it's going to be a new bow that cares about aim counters. I think. I think that's what it's going to be anyway. We will see. I will say that my card does not care about aim counters. And it's probably a must-run for Rangers. But that's all I'm going to say. You will start to see teasers for the spoiler card come out on the channel, as well as in the Discord as well. There is actually an active competition going on at the moment in the Discord under the Azalea Cult subsection, which is guess what card I've got, and the closest person to guess what the card is will get an Azalea Cult membership card, as well as a shitty Xmas present from me and Jim. So yeah, make sure you get your submissions in there if you want to win that. So whoever comes closest, and then me and Jim will decide who came the closest between us. We'll get the Azalea Cult stuff. But that is pretty much it for today. I'm desperate for a piss, and it's been okay. We had 2 wins, I think, out of what, 8 games. So yeah. But yeah, don't lose the faith. Azalea's going to get some good stuff coming soon. We had some rough matchups today as well. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. Marcus Brown saying, "Yo, yeah, absolutely. Take care." Cheers for sticking around, everybody. It's been a pleasure doing this. It always is, and hopefully we'll see you again soon to do it all over again. It's like 11 PM GMT. It is, yeah. It's nearly, it's 5 to 11 at the moment. But these days, Marcus, I'm pretty much on American time these days, because obviously I do so many collabs with obviously Living Legends podcast, Red Zone Rogue. Stay up a lot of very late these days, because at this point, Red Zone Rogue is pretty much a very close friend of mine. So yeah, I like to speak to him for hours on end about garbage, basically. Yeah, exactly. Gee, thanks, Kellen. Absolutely. But yeah, I pretty much live on American time, so it doesn't really affect me to a certain degree. That's pretty much it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you very soon. And as again, keep an eye on the Discord, keep an eye on the channel, keep an eye on the socials, because there's going to be more teasers coming out for the spoiler card, which is coming out on the 5th of March at 11 o'clock in the morning over here in the UK. So it's going to be a fun one, and cannot wait to see everybody's comments on it when it comes out. So yeah, thanks very much. We'll see you soon. Peace. Gotta wonder what staple I was given. Yeah, well, that's the question, isn't it? What staple was I given? It's a must-run in Ranger. What could that possibly be?